retirement party.
This side of the room, since nobody's sitting over there. How are you? My name is Pete Bergen. For those of you who don't know, I've been bartending in and around Washington, D.C. for about 15 years. A round of applause, does anybody know who Steven Slater is? Steven Slater was a flight attendant for JetBlue. Yeah, and he gets a round of applause, doesn't he? For those of you who don't know, Steven Slater was a flight attendant on JetBlue, and he encountered, as we all do in the service industry, that terrible, awful person who just wouldn't do what they were told. And Steven Slater decided to go to the PA system, sound off about this, this passenger, pretty much say, and fuck all you guys, went to the emergency door, popped open the ramp, grabbed a beer off the cart, and slid off. And I always thought that that would be the coolest way ever to leave a job. A round of applause. Has anybody here worked in a restaurant or in the service industry? Appreciate that the job is great except for the customers. Most of them don't get it. They don't appreciate what we do. And let's be honest, if you've been doing it as long as I have, you can get a little bit jaded. So I'm here just to impart some wisdom about maybe how to be a good customer, maybe ask you guys, be a good customer, maybe ask you guys a couple questions about your bar experience. And if you have any questions of me about maybe some things I've seen or done in the bar, I don't have any kids here, so I think we should be good. Feel free. So just right off the bat, does anybody have any questions about the bar business or restaurant business? Anybody? I encourage honesty in this one too. This isn't, yes, Mark.
I'm curious, what's the dumbest or most odd request you've ever had from a patron?
This happens a lot. Usually the times when it's bad weather or like snow or something like that, people will call up and I'll say thanks for calling, and they'll hear 50 people and I can jukebox in the background and they'll go, are you open? That always happens. It's not like I'm here with 20 friends just cranking the jukebox and having a good time. Even worse than that is when people actually come in the front door, see 30 people, and go, are you guys open? That also will happen more often than you would believe. Those are two examples that come right to the front of mind. Any other questions?
What kinds of things do people start doing before you stop serving them, like the indicators that they're too drunk?
The overserved person. This is a tough one because I'm usually responsible for it. So by cutting them off, it's kind of an admission of guilt on my part. Just red flag behavior. The worst is because I think I'm a funny person, so when somebody is like, oh, that's a good one, but I have a better one, that's a quick way to get somebody cut off. It's my spotlight now. Overly aggressive behavior. Also, you see some of those people who wind up calling over six because they are just increasingly lecherous with no fear of consequence. So they will come like, bam, tired, boring rap, I do this, blah, 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 shot down, and just slide 2 stools over and do the same thing until they're like 0 for 6 and they don't even care. So just lack of inhibitions, trying to be funnier than me, things like that will expedite your departure. Yeah?
Have you ever doctored anyone's drink? Or
Are there any law enforcement in the office? in the show? Doctored like in a gross way or in like a illegal way? I guess it would be illegal.
Yeah. Have you ever added shit?
Yeah. This one's embarrassing, and it's the old cliche, but it's actually true. I was actually a server, and I felt really talked down to by somebody, and they had an iced tea plus pubes. So it's true. It's true. I wouldn't make that up. That one actually happened. Just tuck them in there, and you smile, a wry smile. You get mad. Yes.
Have you been ever given anything other than money as a tip?
I get far too much free advice. I don't know if that counts as a tip, but there's a lot of people who do that. Also, I'm in recovery, so I used to get a lot of cocaine as a tip, which was awesome, because that's where the money was going to go anyway. So it just kind of cut out the middleman. The worst is when people would try to hand it to you. This is back when you were allowed to smoke in a bar. People would be clever. Go ahead, have a seat. People would be clever and like ball it up and like put it in a white napkin and set it on the bar. And then like 10 minutes later, they'd be like, hey man, did you get that? I'm like, get what? They'd be like, I put some cookies. So now I'm in a trash can full of white napkins, looking for a white napkin while everybody dies of thirst. And they can't understand why I'm so agitated all of a sudden. But yeah, drugs and advice are some things that I got a lot of in lieu of money. What else? Yeah, please.
Who's the most famous person you've ever served?
Oh, what is her name? Denise Austin. You guys know who Denise Austin is?
Yes!
What a terrible bitch. Terrible bitch. My sister actually babysat for her too. Awful, like just on every level as a parent and a person. Very, very cheap too. We did on some basketball players. Antoine Jameson, super nice guy, super generous. Wouldn't it be nice to have like millions of dollars in disposable income just so you have it in your power to make somebody's day every time you go out? I do that anyway, and I'm broke. Maybe one has something to do with the other, but I do that as well. Yes.
What's the worst drink that somebody can order?
Oh my God! Anything that has it. People always will come up and they're like, "What do you recommend?" And I go, "Ordering." And they go, "Well, what do you think I should have?" And I go, "Well, how the fuck can I possibly answer that? Like, I don't know what you like." And they're like, "Well, just make me something. Just make me something." So I guess indecision is what drives me nuts because, and I won't do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it because inevitably I'm gonna make it like, "Ooh, that's terrible. I'll have a rum and coke." Well, we could have just gotten to that sooner. So know what you want. Preferably have. Don't have a color in the title because you probably got it at a bar in college and it's not even a real drink that exists. Like, I'll have a purple motherfucker or something like that. It's not a real drink. It's stupid.
How do you spot an underage person? Oh, good idea.
I have a good eye for that because I'll say because I've been doing it for so long. But I've worked in Adams Morgan and I've worked in McFadden's, so you can see that. And it's hard because the IDs today are so detailed and so good. When I was coming up, you had that stupid like international one where you put your thumbprint on the back and it's like from no state, and it still works sometimes. But just behaviors you want to for a fake ID. If what I want to look at is the height and the expiration date. If you guys have young people that you're trying to give your IDs to. Also, you want to be careful if it's like 21, 21, 21, 21, and then somebody's 28. They're probably using a fake ID. They probably have their sister's ID. Who else? Anybody else? Yeah?
You talk about all the unsolicited advice you get. Has anyone told you anything profound?
Probably, but I kind of tune it out once they start talking to me. Because like I'm not really happy that I'm doing this and I'm like dependent on their money. So I was like, you know what you should do? And I'm like, kill you, but go ahead. I'm sure I've been given. There's a lot of as an overweight guy, you'd be shocked how many people are fucking just dying to tell you how overweight you are and what you should do not to be. So I'm sure some of that advice would have been useful if I wasn't thinking about putting pubes in their ass too. Yes.
Hi. Do you judge a dude when he orders a drink?
Yes.
Or a drink?
I didn't hear your question, but what was that? Do I judge a dude who what?
Do you judge guys on their drink order, or is just a drink a drink?
Yeah, I kind of do. I don't drink anymore, covered that, but I feel like, all I would drink was shots of vodka, Bud Light, and when I had to blend in, I would drink red wine. So it goes back to the other thing, what kind of drinks annoy me. If you're drinking something with a color in it, or umbrella, I don't know. I drank to get drunk. So I'm not going to appreciate somebody who wants 6 different liquors in it. And anybody else who doesn't know what they're drinking and they'll come up and they're like, oh, can you make this? Like one more fucking customer sticks an iPhone in my face with a drink recipe, I'm going to smash it. Like that goes back to the annoying question is the smartphones in my face. Who else? Oh, Mark, you don't have to carry the show, buddy.
No, I'm just, it's a good perspective. What do most bars lack that they should have? Like, what would make bars more fun or better?
The ability to enforce a one credit card per check policy. I know that's our job and this, that, and the other, but like, come on, like hit the ATM and get $20 in cash. Stop paying like $4 a beer and then running your credit card all the time. It costs the business money, it slows the service down, and the reason you were waiting 10 minutes to get my attention is because I was running everybody else's fucking credit card. One more question I think.
If you did bartend, what would you do?
I would be a working actor.
We get a couple of Yeti bombs over here, bro?
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much.